Hey there, fellow miners, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, episode 56, Hematite Harvest. So with the ingot molds done, I can fire up the copper. So I think what I'll do is... That's gonna burn the hell out of me. Yeah. Actually, given the heat, this might be a new meta way to make flint hot, where you cook it all the way up to its burn temperature and then feed them in one at a time. I can experiment with that later to see if that's a decent way of skipping the process. Okay. Copper is... Yeah, brown coal gets hot enough. So, that's good. And now, while that cooks up, let's get the fire bricks fired. No, I want to get the snow. I find it challenging to hit the snow and not the plants, because I don't want to destroy the grass. I want to harvest the grass. Okay, that's enough grass. I've got the sticks, and let's just grab the peat. I'm gonna guess having wooden slabs next to my kiln is probably a bad idea. In the realm of bad ideas. Oh crap. Ah, damn it. I'm not saying it out loud. You know what? These were really well-intentioned boards at some point, and I'm gonna burn them now. If you know, you know, but I'm not saying what just happened. Okay. I'll burn the boards up in a second. I'm gonna wait until this is done. Let's go. Come on, crucible. There we are. No, not in my inventory. Don't put a burning hot crucible in my backpack. Thank you very much. Now, I'm not eager to have to hand make a bunch of copper plates, so I am hoping that the wind speed picks up before it's plate making time. What's funny is the order in which I had to put down those chiseled blocks for that to have happened was very specific, and yet that's exactly what happened. Come on, burn already. Oh, wait, is this doesn't set on... Oh, no, it's chiseled. Okay, I'm hucking it. Bye-bye! So those are getting cooled. I think what I'm going to do now is go... Oh, you know what? Do I not have a spare pick? I'm going to make myself a meteoric iron pick before I leave. Maybe I'll make 2 of them, because if I'm already firing up 1, I might as well just make the 2nd. The forge can hold up to 4 ingots, but it's really hard to process 4 ingots unless you're making plates with high wind. So, like, I know that it can hold more, I just can't. My fuel won't keep the things warm long enough. God, it looks really pretty out here. Whoa! Oh, it's in my inventory. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Well. I could do another Falx. I mean, mine's already like half broken. And maybe a shovel. Maybe a pick and a Falx. That's what I'll do. Having a spare at home is always nice. I do have a spare pro pick, a meteoric iron pro pick in my inventory already as it is. I just overlooked the fact that I had a regular pick too. But needn't worry. Yeah, see? And 2 regular picks. And a pro pick. So I'll put one of the pro picks away. Alright, the other thing is the Falx blade. It sucks to, like, if you run into a situation where you die in, like, a cave or something like that, it's really useful if you know you're going to have to essentially fight your way back to have a spare pick and Falx in your base so that you're not running back, you know, unarmed. Most people won't have a... Well, no, I can't say for most people, but I suspect having a spare set of armor is rather unusual. That's probably an extraordinary preparation measure that most don't do. Because you know, the cost that it takes to make spare armor is relatively expensive. But a pick and a Falx, and possibly even a shield, gives you... a really high likelihood of survival, you know, much higher than, you know, being naked. So we'll put these up on the rack downstairs, so that if in the case I do bite it, we have some spares. And for that matter, I don't really need flint spears taking up space. Okay, cool. Are the ingots cool? Yes. So let's do the other run, another run of copper. I've had the clutch engaged the whole time, so we already know that I'm just not gonna get any Hellhammer plate beating going on. So I've given up on the next part of this task for that reason. Nope. I'll put it there for now. And let's warm this up with peat first. So some of these ingots can go, I guess, become a wrench and chest pieces. So for the pulverizer to work, we do need 2 chests. I could take these 2 empty chests, though. So maybe we'll just make a wrench. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just do the wrench and without the chests. So if you're wondering about fuel for the forge, I have 250 pieces of black coal. So I don't need fuel for the cementation process, I don't think. Because I have loads of it. Just in case the wind picks up, I don't really want the Hellhammer going, ha ha ha, you're making a wrench! Wham, wham, wham. So I'll disengage it for the duration of the wrench. Because I can definitely see that trolling me hard. This game is so complex it hurts your brain? Well, it would hurt my brain too, but I don't have one. As I think, demonstrated quite a lot already on stream. Making spare tools that I had spares of, and, you know, making all sorts of silly mistakes. Right, copper is hot enough. Let's do it. So the purpose of the wrench is when we start using chutes, the elbow chute has multiple orientation directions, and a wrench allows you to rotate things. So, a wrench is a tool that you're not likely to use often, unless you're, like, meticulous in your layouts. So it doesn't need to be made of, like, a tough material, in my opinion. But good to have. How close are we to this? It's almost at temp. So I think what I'll do is I'll stick around here in order, like, to wait for pouring that, and then I'll go mine iron, I guess, to do the bloomery runs. Because we're gonna need iron for the process as well. Essentially, what I don't want to do is start making the chutes if there's something else I could be doing, because I don't like hammering out plates by hand. So I'm really hoping that wind picks up, or that my flax is harvestable and I add more sales or something. I don't know. I don't care which of those two things come to pass, just that one of the two do. How's the leather coming? I think there's like 3 more days. Oh, frickin' snow. I'm gonna need okay, it's gonna be ugly for now. 3.5 more days. These pillars here, these fences, were an intention of starting to make slanted roofing. And maybe like a trapdoor here or something. I don't know. But I never got around to it. Something that I probably won't get around to for a while, now that I have other, more important priorities to work on. Oh, sorry, I'm having to tab out, because the stream rebooted. A bunch of things in the background happened that I didn't want. Alright, so this is almost done. I guess I'll have 1 brown coal left. the end of this. Maybe water the flax? Yeah, I think once I pour this, maybe I'll run down to the farm, reset the torches once again, water the flax, water some stuff, and then go iron mining. So for the hopper, I need 3 plates, which is 6 ingots. And for the chute, I need 2 ingots. Or for the elbow chute, I need 2 ingots. So that's the that's what all this copper's for. And only, for whatever reason, only copper can make the chutes. So if you take a look at chute section, it's like a copper only thing for whatever reason. It's the same if true of the still. The distillery is like copper only as well. So that's 7 ingots so far. So that's enough for like a hopper. So I think 2 more copper ingots will allow me to make the chute. And then I probably want at least 3 more ingots. However, probably 4 if I do want to make the chests after all. So let's go check in on our farm. Watering it to try to encourage the flax to grow a little bit faster, because it is a bit of a rush of like, is it going to be fully harvestable or is it going to be stunted? Because if it gets stunted, it's going to be really upsetting. I'm going to get like a fraction of the flax that I would otherwise get, like half, right? So race against time. Oh, there's a bunch of rye in here that's close too. Oh, we have some parsnips that are ready to go. Let me focus on resetting the torches first. And then do the crops. So this is for harvesting. So almost all the flax in this room now, except for like one spot, is 8 of 9. Unless it was a new plant. Okay. Nothing in this room is harvestable. We got 1 turnip in the corner. Parsnips. 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 So 4 plots that are empty. Got it. So parsnips, turnips are N, and parsnips are P. So I'll just replant parsnips where the turnip came from. Oh, is this ready? Yeah, these are ready too. So parsnips, 2 things of parsnips down, and then these turnip spots are P boosted. Wow, the parsnips did not pull. Interesting. So if I put the parsnips back here, they'll grow even faster because they're phosphate boosted soil. So I don't need to rotate them. Oh, I think that got harvestable while I watched. So I'll put parsnips back in this spot too because it's a phosphate boosted plot. If you don't understand, I'll try to go a little bit more into detail, but essentially there's 3 different fertilizer types. There's nitrates, phosphates, and potassium or kalium, whatever. N, P, and K. And these plots here, where I was growing parsnips are a crop that depletes P or phosphates. But because I fertilized it, there's more phosphate in the soil as a result of the fertilizer than the parsnips ever even took. So it's boosted. Which is why I'm replanting parsnips where I grew parsnips. Because normally you would never do that. You'd rotate your crops, but in this case, because of fertilizer, I didn't have to. Let's do a bit of a cook. It's going to definitely be a red meat cook. With something else. Red meat and parsnips. Works for me. Okay. Because I was down to my last consumable meal. So I'll probably want to wait for... Because I only have a 0.3 servings. I'm going to wait for the meals to be finished before heading off to the farm. Or the iron mine, rather. Where did my water... There it is. So just working on getting the moisture up to 100% for the flax, just so they grow a little bit faster. Some of the flax plots here are pretty potassium depleted. Potassium as an element is K for kalium, which is why sometimes I call it kalium. But it means because it's at its end of the growth cycle, this flax has depleted the soil of potassium pretty severely. So its growth curve is like, you know, like a reverse. It's arcing downwards or whatever. And moisture, watering it up to 100% helps to speed it up a little bit. I'm not too worried about the young flax watering it. One, because its growth speed is not super affected by oh, more turnips. By soil depletion, but also the chance that it is not going to be stunted is basically 0. I bet this parsnip is going to be ready in a second, because I planted them all together, and this is the only one that hasn't been harvested. So, well, grass already regrew there? Damn, that's fast. So there's 2 empty plots here. I think this plot was left empty accidentally? Well, whatever the case is, let's just plop parsnip back. All right, so a whole bunch of water in. So you don't have a bunch of chicken food, or alternatively, me food. I can eat it too. I can make a, you know, a wood oven and grind my grains into bread or into flour and turn it into bread. Given my grain nutrition, I think that's what I'm going to do with it. One sec. Okay, so we're about to get the meals. I don't really care what time it is for mining, because I'm going to be underground. It doesn't really affect me if there's monsters out there or not. No, that's my food. I'm going to actually put this bowl away, so I have 3 full meals ready to go. Okay, let's, oh, hello, Giant Rift. Head down to the iron mine. Also probably wise is, bringing firewood and grass, so that when I become hypothermic, I can build a quick fire, keep myself warm. The flax grain gives you less nutrition than spelter rye, but it still is grain nutrition. So flax, generally speaking, is used to feed farm animals, whereas rye and spelt is used to feed the player in terms of efficiency. But, like, I have to survive a winter with almost no stockpiled food, so one might make the argument wasting grain on animals is a waste. And I think I'm going to make that argument. Because I haven't had much of a hard time getting myself protein, but I definitely have a hard time getting grain. So if I want to have a balanced nutrition, keeping the grains for myself makes the most sense. Into the chili. We're back. Into the iron mine. Petters, thank you for the resub. You know, so that I can actually dry off, let's just cover that up. And I am soaking wet. I think what I'll do is, let's put the fire here where we know it won't get swamped. So I just have the fire built ahead of time. Yeah, maybe I'll have a lot more food than I can use. That's the hope, but I don't want to plan on using my food for anything other than like feeding myself until I know for damn well sure that I won't starve. And I definitely don't feel like that food secure. It's too bad this wasn't bountiful. But it sure is large. And I'm not really illuminating the other spaces. It's also because this iron is relatively close to the surface, which means that if things did spawn down here on me, it wouldn't be difficult mobs. It would be like tier 0, tier 1, which is a good source of flax. So who here thinks the wind will pick up and cooperate with my goals? Uh, 1.2 changed a few recipes, including potash for fertilizer. Now you must cook the ground up sylvite. I agree with that. It doesn't really make sense that like a raw ore that you mine... I know sylvite isn't really an ore, but something that you mine out of the ground could then immediately be added to a farm field. Right? Like, if you had a chunk of potassium IRL, like metallic potassium, you couldn't just, like, put it on a plot of soil and expect it to do anything. So, like, I agree with that as a mechanic, but it is helpful to know. You know, like, the flint recipe really took me for a, for a surprise when it was updated. Because I was not expecting to have to heat and grind flint for fire clay. So we're looking, if I'm running 4, we need, what is that? 480 hematite nuggets, I think. Wouldn't be terrible to just get more than I need while I'm down here. I mean, it's only 6 p.m. and I already have a lot, so... Coming here with a more powerful pick than last time certainly helps, because the last time I was down here, I had a bronze pick, and as soon as this thing breaks, I'm going to have a meteoric iron pick, so the mining speed's a little bit different. And the other nice thing is I'm getting tons of cobblestone, which I can use for the rear-facing patio, where the refractory furnace and the beehive kiln, or cementation furnace and beehive kiln will go. The other thing I'm trying to do is mine out the perimeter of this iron to figure out its scope. At some point, I might need to find another node. But there's still a decent amount left here, as you can see. So question to you all. If, in fact, the wind speed goes, ha ha ha, guess what, no wind, what stage of this process should I work on next? So one thing I could do is to mine quartz, to have an equal part quartz and bauxite. I could just go ahead and start hammering out copper plates for the pulverizer. It's only 3 plates, so it's not terrible. It's not like making a full set of armor, but it ain't great. If I mined quartz, I could be getting silver in the process for more lined lanterns, because more illumination is always a good thing. Darkness is your enemy, after all. What do you all think, chat? Oh, I'm being attacked. Oh, flax. That's exactly why I didn't illuminate the hell out of this place. That, and I certainly don't have enough torches. I think because of all the food that I made, I'll just carry the lantern with me now. How's my body temp? Oh, my body temp is warm. I am not cold, like, at all. Because the outside temperature is actually above freezing. Interesting. Well, I was prepared to set up a fire, but apparently I don't need one. Doesn't hurt to leave it down here, though. Also, probably doesn't hurt to mine this out so that the water doesn't spill everywhere. Right? It works like that, right? Well, I guess I could. Yes. It's actually kind of nice, because I can hear where the exit is. So if I have to, like, let's say I panic or something and I get attacked, I don't have to even think about it. I can just run to the running water. Like, that's my out. Me panic? No way. Have you seen me? I don't know. I keep a pretty level head most of the time. My panics aren't real panics. Usually. Yeah, I do rarely panic. Although when I do, I am always sure to, like, throw my only weapon that I have into the water in front of me so that I am unable to fight. Does physical labor raise your body temp? Not that I know of, no. Your body temp is just your how wet you are and your calorie usage is different, but your body temp is just how wet you are and how well insulated you are versus the outside temperature. Like, think of it this way: your Seraph does not sweat, except for, of course, yeah, setting yourself on fire. I guess that is an exception, as I would well know. Been there, done that. Do not suggest. Alright, I think we're getting probably close to the extent of this disc. But I definitely have enough iron already. So I may want to call it quits. It does get, it tends to get warmer the deeper you get underground, though, yeah. And then you're stuck with this, like, on default server rules, it might get warmer as you go down, but there's only a certain depth in which you are allowed to have, farming. So you can try to have a semi-subterranean farm with clear sight of the sky. I mean, obviously I didn't do that, because for me, farming was a more urgent thing than like a long-term planning thing. Alright, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna fill up my bar, so like 5 more chunks. You think a full inventory would be better? Maybe I'll go until I break my pick. How's that for a milestone? Because my pick doesn't have a ton of durability left. If I mined out the whole node, would a density search show lower iron? So there's the way the Pro Pick works, there's 2 modes. There is, think of it as a chance for iron, or a chance for material, and a is there a material within 6 tiles. Those are the 2 Pro Pick modes. So the is there something within 6 tiles would tell me if there was iron up to 6 tiles beneath me, but like the chance of that being true is very slim, right? Generally, iron discs don't form on top of one another in this game. So there might be iron, but if there was, it'd probably be like 50 tiles below me, or 70 tiles below, well, not 70, because I'm only at 86. But you get the sort of idea. Whereas the percentage chance, I already know. It's a 3 milli chance. So on average, 3 out of the out of 1,000 blocks will have iron. How do I get out of here? Here we go. Did I get all the iron? Actually, oh no, not yet. So yeah, the chance is static. The chance is static. If you think of the world as forming into vertical columns, whenever you do a Pro Pick density search, it is telling you what that column is. It's maybe more... It's easier to visualize if you turn, like, chunks on. There's, like, dev mode commands, debug commands to show you. But yeah, the chances don't change at all. So you could hypothetically have a super high chance, like let's say a 20 milli, iron, which is really, really high, and still not get any iron, because it's all just chance. Or you could have 0 and still get iron. Like, I've definitely seen iron in a 0 chance, or a basically 0 chance, a minuscule chance. I think if it's true 0, you're very unlikely to find it, because I think it's basically the RNG says, no, iron won't be here. But you might find the edge of a disc or something like that. But I'm not even sure about that, if something with 0 chance can still spawn. Maybe it can. Alright, oh, we have a little bit more. I very well might be coming up on the limit of the amount here. Which is good, because I bet a bunch of you are like, alright, enough money already! Get back to it! But this will keep me from having to come back down here for a while. Exhausting this. Kind of inventory. Yeah, I basically have a full inventory too. So I'm not really exploring if there's iron that generates, like, just beyond the edge at which I mine. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, which originally streamed live on Twitch January 9th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow Vintage Story players.